just as a summary, we have these two court rulings that are diametrically opposed to one another. One is in Texas, and it is stayed until this Friday. And the other one is from, was it Washington? I think it's Washington or Oregon, both from federal judges. And they both say the exact opposite. One says the FDA has to take this abortion pill off the market, which is about 50% of all abortions, medical here in Massachusetts at least, or prescription, I should say. And the other one says, no, the FDA can't do anything. So these are dueling court decisions. And here in Massachusetts, Governor Healey has announced an executive order for mifepristone, I'm just going to call it MIF, to stockpile it. Now, this has also been a situation that's happened in California. California has purchased 250,000 doses of MIF. I just don't understand that, because here in Massachusetts, through the University of Massachusetts, the governor has purchased 15,000 doses. They're basically stockpiling the drug. But if in the end the Texas ruling gets upheld, because it's going to go probably to the Fifth Circuit, somebody above these current federal judges is going to have to make a decision. And if the Texas side gets upheld, which probably won't be the case, I think, just looking at the track record, except for Dobbs, pro-life people tend to lose in the courts, just the way it is typically. But if the Texas judge gets upheld, then somehow these blue states plan to completely and absolutely ignore that decision. And this is what Governor Healey and Gavin Newsom in California have basically said. Here is the tweet from Maura Healey, the governor of Massachusetts. MIF is safe and effective. Not if you're the unborn child, it's not. It's been the gold standard for over 2 decades. We're keeping it available in Massachusetts no matter what some extremist Trump-appointed judge in Texas says. So he's a federal judge. And if his ruling gets upheld, which I'm just going to throw out again, I don't think it will, but if his ruling gets upheld, she's basically saying she's not going to adhere to it. What type of republic, what type of federal system do we have if that ruling gets upheld and this governor here says, we're not going to adhere to it, and here's how we're going to do it? She has a plan. They're buying it. So that way, if the FDA says you can't sell it anymore and it's stuck at the manufacturer's warehouse, she's already going to have a stack of it on hand here, 15,000 doses apparently, which is apparently almost a year's supply. So they're buying it and stockpiling it. So they're using government money through the University of Massachusetts to subvert what potentially could be a federal court ruling. And then they're going to issue an executive order from the governor's office. Governor Healey is issuing an executive order confirming protections for medication abortion, including MIF, under the existing law. It also directs state agencies to help colleges and universities expedite the implementation of their disregard, just like AOC said the other day, disregard a federal court order. I mean, even if that gets upheld, which I don't think it will, but she's prepared to fully and absolutely positively disregard it. Now, the smart move is, of course, to wait until see what happens Friday, or to see what happens when the Fifth Circuit or whatever upper level court makes the judgment here. But our governor, as well as Gavin Newsom's governor, and I think, is it Inslee out on the West Coast there in Portland or Oregon, Washington State, their number of governors are doing the same thing. And they're planning basically to disregard the court ruling. Should it come to that, they're going to wait until the current decision. But this is when you start to see this type of blatant disregard then you wonder yourself, like we talked about earlier in this show, who is destroying our democracy? Who is destroying our democracy? Who is destroying the rule of law? When a governor like Gavin Newsom or Maura Healey say, yeah, even if that ruling goes against us, we're not going to abide by it. Even the president of Planned Parenthood said that the governors shouldn't do it. Even she said it just yesterday. She said, if we do that, then we're the ones that are destroying democracy. And they would be.